Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from South Philly. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
On first down, right back to Williams. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That is Cooper DeGene in there for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
53, ready, 20. Stafford now on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Stay 50, stay 50. Throw on third down, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. Gets this one out quick to Nakua. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On second down, a run with Williams. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing, and they get him down well behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Second down, it's Stafford. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Zach Ertz. Touchdown, L.A. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
And when things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here to take it back, Wes Watkins. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And mark him down up beyond the 30. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Moving outside the pocket. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 17 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun. They give it to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Oh! And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
Great, set. And anyway,
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Forced to his right. This one not quite on target. Let him too much, and that one falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
On the return is Trey Palmer. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready. 250.
On the RPO, it's Nakua.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And that'll set up 4th down. So 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Quez Watkins back to return for the Eagles. Take it in, back at his own 12. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Room to run at the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he is gone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Palmer now to return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Running free at the 45. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A huge play there on the screen pass. 61 yards.
So you take a look at an offensive coordinator's play sheet, Mike, and there's a column on all of those pages that at the end of the day, it's about the players, not the plays. And when things aren't going well, you say, all right, who do I have to get the ball to? Well, this guy is one of them. I mean, whether they throw it to him, hand it to him, whatever they do, the more he touches the ball, the more good things happen.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Great.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he gets this up close to the 40. That is Quentin Lake there to make the play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Great. Set. Hey! On anyone.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. He finds Devontae Smith. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Nathan Landman. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
60! 22!
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Devontae Adams. Touchdown, Rams. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. That is Quentin Lake there to make the play.
3-yard pickup brings up second
and 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Hammering hitches there to bring him down.
A gain of 5 brings
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Out to his right. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Big 20. Check. Like 7. 10.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Stafford now on 1st down. That's out wide to Williams. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Stafford. He'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. 3rd and 11. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Again, it's Stafford. Exiting the pocket right. Downfield, there's the veteran Ertz. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
21.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready.
To the air again. Stafford. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
32. Waiting. Middle. Omaha. Ready, move.
Stafford to throw again. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, 2nd half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Great.
Here's Barkley. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 16 yards on the game. And a quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Barkley. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Palmer now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Set. Right, 20, 80. Double right.
A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Stafford now on second down. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
9-yard gain of the play. And it's third down.
It's going to be third. They need one.
Ready. Snap.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss. It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2.
Set.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Toro. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Second down, it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Cora. And he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Darnell Mooney, touchdown LA. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Wes Watkins going to bring it back. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
Great. Set.
On play action, Hurts. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
It was really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction, and until he does, this defense just continues to make him pay.
On the ground, it's Corum to start the drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11.
Set. Waiting. Alert.
It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. He connects with Palmer on that one. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, LA.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Stafford gonna give it to Cora. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
180.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Eagles have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. all of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
180.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
Ready. Blue 60, zebra.
They'll start this on the ground with Cora. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They put Adams in motion. Once again, it's Corum. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Set. Blue 60.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead?
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Set. Hey, 50. Blue 80. Big 20.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on fourth down.
Only need a yard, and it's fourth down. They'll try it now with Corum. And he's going to have a Rams first down. And he got it by plenty. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 1.
And these plays, the decision on what they're going to call, Mike, it was decided days ago. They have on that play call sheet that you see from the offensive coordinator, they have an entire category just devoted to these situations. They know the players are going to be confident, they're going to be able to execute, and they're able to move the chains.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set. Start.
They'll stay on the ground with Cora. Not much happening there, just a short game. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. It is 2nd and 9.
Set. Start.
They'll run the toss to Cora. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Lady. Omaha, ready, move. Stop.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed to his right, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes Will Shipley on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Good. Set.
Off the play fake. Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, you have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Rolling right. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
2nd down throw for Hurts. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Good. Set. Delta.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one is caught by Quez Watkins. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm and have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Forced out wide. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will cut the deficit to 7. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Set! Lady!
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.